In this episode, we're going to take a look at the active track on the AVATA360. Here's what you need to know. The AVATA360 has two 4K cameras, one on top and one on the bottom. Those two cameras are used for 360-degree filming, 360-degree tracking, and 360-degree object avoidance. In addition, there are two forward avoidance sensors shown here, and one forward LiDAR sensor shown here. The LiDAR sensor allows you to fly in the dark and not crash into objects. So what does all this mean? This means that if you fly the AVATA360 with the 360 camera enabled, in other words, one camera pointing up, one camera pointing down, it then means you can record a 360-degree video at 8K 60 frames per second while being able to active track an object or use point of interest and receive full 360-degree obstacle protection. So by using the two cameras, you can track many objects as well as use many objects as a point of interest. But beware, if you only use one camera, you have no active track, no point of interest, no 360-degree obstacle avoidance, you only have forward obstacle avoidance, and you can only record video at 4K 60 frames per second, and you really can't take photos. I'm about to do a test of the AVATA360, and I suggest nobody try this. So let me show you the temperature on my phone. Can you see that? It is minus 19 degrees Celsius right now. That's really cold. I'll show you what that is in Fahrenheit. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take the AVATA360 and I'm going to put it in tracking mode, 360 obstacle avoidance tracking mode. So it's got to watch out not to crash into things as well as track me. And I'm going to run around my house over here. So there's not a lot of space. So I got to fit through here, fit through back there, and we'll see if the AVATA360 can track me. So let's give it a shot in this freezing cold weather. AVATA360 is sitting there on the snowbank. Let's take off. Take it up in the cold. So it does fly in this temperature, which is pretty amazing. All right, you should be able to see me on my display, and I'll just bring the image down a bit, and now I'm going to track me. So I'll put it in tracking mode. There's a little dot on the left of my screen. I touch it, I'm in tracking mode, and now I can track myself. I can press the C1 button on the back, or I can just draw a square around myself. There I am there. So it's got me, and we want to do active track. There we go. So it's gone back, and it should track me now as I move around. So let me just test it out. I'll walk this way. Should track me around here, out on the road. Everything's ice and it's freezing cold out here. All right, come on back this way. So it's doing a good job. So now I've got to put my gloves on. What I'm going to do is the following. Come on over here, I'll show you. So over here on my Jeep, I'm going to put down this remote in this. I'll put it on my hat. Let's keep it dry. There we go. All right, I got my gloves on. So let's try the tracking. Here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I'm going to move pretty quick because I'm cold. So we're going down this way. Going around the Jeep. Here it gets pretty scary. So I'm going to spin my head around so I can watch it through here. Look at that, it went around the tree. That's pretty cool. It almost hit the tree and went around the tree. Let's see if it gets me around this corner. Come on, you can do it. I'm walking. I'm walking. I don't have the remote with me. Remember, I left the remote over there. So it's gotta do its thing without any commands from me. I'm slipping and sliding here. Oh, I might be frozen in here. Hang on, guys. There we go. Okay. Hopefully this door doesn't swing back and hits the drone. So here we go. Whoa, there you go. There's trees here, branches. This is winter time, so you might not see those, but let's go under and let's see what it does. I'm gonna look back. It's getting through that tree. Where is it? Whoa, over top of the tree. Come on. So let's go around my backyard. Way out here. Still got me. Let's go this way. And we're coming to a dead end. There we are. And let's go back to the Jeep. Come on. So remember, I'm doing this without any remote in my hands. Oh, I'm gonna slide off here. All right, going back to the Jeep, and here's our remote. And let's see if it's still recording. It is. Everything's good. Woohoo. Okay. Good job. I'm frozen. Let's land you. All right, so you can't land it in your hand. No problem. Come on down. There we go. And we're good. Let's take my frozen body and get inside. Welcome to Canada. I got up this morning. It was not snowing. I came out to film and it became pretty dull, windy, and it's snowing. You can see everywhere I point. We have snow falling everywhere. This is Canada. So not a great day to fly the DJI AVATA360 because with two cameras, one pointing down, one pointing up, as soon as you get snow or water droplets on any lens, all of a sudden the 360 function no longer works as well, because then the image, hey, what are those spots all over the place? They don't look right. They look out of place, and it makes you see that there's two cameras on the drone. So could you fly the DJI AVATA360 in a snowstorm like we're having right now and have it track something? I don't know, but I'm gonna give it a try. So I suggest don't try this because this could end up in a crash, but let's give it a try. We're gonna try to track my Jeep with the AVATA360 over here. I just changed the battery. I'm gonna put it in 360 mode and we'll see what happens. All right, I got my Jeep over there. I'm gonna put the AVATA360 over here just in case it goes into return to home mode because it loses track of something. It's gonna fly back. There's nothing up the top to stop it from coming down here. So let me just power it on. So we are gonna select the Jeep. Here we go, on the screen. Should know it is a vehicle. Yes, there we go. It adjusts the field of view automatically for me. It's got the Jeep. We're gonna go to active track. And we want to track it from the back. So look at the left of my screen. I have it track close from the back. I'll adjust that as we're going. I'm going to put on the record. It's recording at 8K 60 frames per second. So now the snow is coming down. The obstacle avoidance should be working even with the snow falling. The only thing when it's snowing like this it can't see is fine lines and fine branches. So I'm going to keep it to the rear until we're out into a larger opening. But it's doing well. I can go a little faster, so I can't even see out my front window. Hang on a sec. Oop, wrong button. All mixed up here. There we go. So now I can see better out the front. I'll go faster. I'll see how well it catches up. Go faster and faster here. Oh, it's doing well even with the snow. Okay, so that's good. So it is working exceptionally well. Now, if I want to, I'm going to slow down here. I can put it over on the left side. So I'm going to touch the left here and tell it to wrap around to the left. And there she goes while I'm driving. So it's got to follow me on the left plus watch for obstacles on the left. So it should do that, no problem. There's only posts, signposts and everything else on the left, and it should easily miss all those. That's good. And then the last one, let's go to the front. Put it close to the front. Come on around, and there we go. I can see it up there. So right now it's kind of dangerous. We got trees all up front. Let's see if it can get through all the trees. I don't know if my hat cam picks this up, but that's pretty cool. Let me just clean my windshield here. There we go. Maybe you can see a little bit better, but it's way up there. Oh, it's got a bunch of trees. Oh, it's missing the trees. It's still got me nicely. It's doing a fantastic job. In like this little snowstorm happening, I don't know what the end resulting video is going to look like, but it's tracking me perfectly. There are so many obstacles around here. Trees, branches, everything. It's missing all of them. All right. I think to be safe, I'm just going to put it to the rear. So let's go back here. We want to go to the back. So let's see if she goes to the back of me. And of course it goes to the back on a side that has a billion trees that it could smash into, but did it make it without crashing? Well, I still see my Jeep, so it did it. Woohoo! This is pretty darn good. I did not think it would work this well. Not with the snow coming down and everything. That is decent. And I'll pick up some speed. Let's see how she tracks here, because there's tree branches everywhere. I'll try to get in the center. Like this tree branch is whizzing by it. Holy crap, it tracks so well. Like everything looks gray and dull, but it's tracking amazingly. Look at this. Coming around, going at high speed around the corner, trying not to wipe out, skid with all this ice. How fast am I going, you're wondering? If you look down at my speedometer down here, I don't know if you can see it. It's at 30, it was at 37. I was just under 40 kilometers an hour. So there we go, I'm at 38. I can get it up a little faster here. Yeah, I'm at 42 right now, 42 kilometers an hour, and it's still tracking me in a snowstorm without any issue. That is awesome. All right, I finally made it back to where the landing pad is. Slam on the brakes, come around this way, and I'm just gonna get it to automatically land. I'm just gonna put in return to home mode, and it should go back over to the location. So let's go like this, return to home mode. It should fly back over there and go back over on the landing pad. Such a cool drone. Check that out. I'll let it come down. I'm just watching it on the screen just like you are. We'll see what it does. There's my Jeep. Unsuitable for landing, it says. All right, I gotta go out there. It's probably because all the snow's on the landing pad. Hang on a second. Let's go see what's happening. It says your landing area is no longer suitable. Yeah, that's what it is. It's because there's too much snow on the landing pad. So let's go over here. Let's go. We'll land it manually. Go on, baby. Put it in my hand. There we go. We got you. All right, you did well. You did very well. Okay, we're going to try some easy acro flying. So here we go. Let's take off. And let's launch this baby. Okay, let's go and select focus track. There we go. And now what I do is I put the little circle on me, and then I press in the button on the left hand side of the motion controller. You can see it on the screen if it's recording. So it just means if I fly in any direction, it's going to keep filming the Jeep. So if I go this way, I'm going out to the field. Do you see how it's locked onto the Jeep? So up on the left hand side of my screen, there's the Jeep, and it shows me you have a vehicle over on your left. So I'm on focus track, tracking a vehicle while I fly and look at other stuff. So I can go faster and faster. I can just fly around, and it's always going to film the Jeep. I just got to make sure I don't crash into anything. There we go. We'll stop. It won't film me because I'm too dark down there, I think. Now come on over and pick me. There we go. See, now the human's picked. So now, you see, it's got a picture of a human. So if I was walking and this drone was flying, it would only film me. So as it goes by, there we go. Now I can't walk, unfortunately, because I got goggles on. I'm going to fall on my face. But this is just to show you what you can do. I can even go up and over. It will capture me. So if you had somebody out in the field walking, this would work perfectly for them. As I walk, I don't want to crash it into the ground. There we go. So I got it over my head. So it's over there. It should be tracking me as I'm moving here. And I'll send it over to my Jeep, and it should still be tracking me. And then bring it over here. And then it's probably still tracking me. I'll turn this camera around so you can see. There you go. So I'm standing over here with my goggles up, and this thing's down there. So it's probably still tracking me everywhere it goes. So if I take it forward, it's probably still got me. Anyways, I'm flying around here. I'll land it, bring it over the landing pad, and it's still probably tracking me and coming out for landing.